Hello children, today we are doing angles and their properties, exercise 18a, questions 6 to 9. This is found on page number 191. So let's start with question 6. In the given figure, PQR is a straight line. Can you see that? P, Q and R, they form a straight line. If angle SQR is 75, so let's see where SQR is. SQR is here. If that is 75 degrees, we have been asked to find angle PQS, which is on the other side, angle PQS. Let's remember that PQR is a straight line, and let's remember the linear property which says sum of angles on a straight line equals 180. So here there are two angles. If I add up both these angles, it should be equal to 180. That means angle PQS plus angle SQR is equal to 180. Angle PQS is what we are going to find out. Angle SQR we already know is 75 degrees. And these two should add up to 180 degrees. So to find angle PQS, what do? We leave 180 degrees on the right hand side. Now we move 75 degrees from the left hand side to the right hand side. And because it is plus 75, I'm going to make it minus 75 when it moves to the other side. Now let's subtract 180 degrees and 75 degrees. So let's start the subtraction. 0 minus 5, you can't do, I'll borrow. 10 minus 5 is 5. 7 minus 7 is 0. 105 degrees. So angle PQS is equal to 105 degrees. So if this is 105, let me put it here. Now if you add up both these 105 and 75, you will get 180. Question 2. Second part of question 6. Here they're telling us how much angle PQS is. So let's write that down. Angle PQS is on this side and that is 110 degrees. Now we have been asked to find angle RQS, which is on the other side. Again, both these angles are on the straight line. So we can use the linear property which says sum of angles on a straight line equals 180 degrees. So that means these two angles will add up to 180. That means angle PQS plus angle RQS equals 180 degrees. We already know how much angle PQS is. It is 110. Now we are going to find angle RQS. To find that, we are leaving 180 degrees on the right hand side as it is. We are moving 110 to the other side. Plus 110 becomes minus 110 degrees. Now let's subtract that. 180 minus 110, 0, 7, 0, that's 70. So angle RQS is equal to 70 degrees. So let me write that down there, 70 degrees. You can check to see if your answer is correct. If both these sums are added, your answer should be equal to 180. Question 7. In the given figure, AOC is a straight line. Okay, let's see that. AOC, yes, it is a straight line. If angle AOB equals 50, okay, AOB is 50. Let me write that down here. So this is 50 degrees. Angle AOE, now where is that? AOE is 90 degrees. And angle COD equals 25 degrees. So this side, 25 degrees. Find the measure of, we've been asked to find the measure of angle BOC. Now where is BOC? Let's find out. So this is BOC. Can you see this angle, children? This is BOC. So here also we can make use of the property sum of angles on a straight line equals 180. That is angle BOA, that is this one, the first angle, plus angle BOC, which we have to find out, the second one, should be equal to 180. So we know how much angle BOA is. It is 50 degrees. If I add up this with angle BOC, I should get 180. So to find angle BOC, I'm going to leave 180 degrees on the right hand side. I'm going to move 50 degrees from the left hand side and bring it to the right hand side. I'm going to make it minus 50 degrees. So 180 minus 50, 8 minus 5 is 3, 130. So angle BOC is equal to 130 degrees. Okay, I hope that was clear. Now we need to find angle EOD. So we already know AOB is 50. We just found out BOC is 130. We know that COD is 25. And we know that AOE is 90 degrees. So this is 90 degrees. Now we have to find angle EOD. Now where is EOD? This is angle EOD. Angle EOD is here. Now there are different ways to find this. We can use different properties to find. One property that we can use is sum of angles around a point. Can you see this O, the point O, and there are many angles around it. If you add up all, it should be equal to 360 degrees. So I can add up 90 plus 50 plus 130 plus 25. And when I subtract that from 360, I will get this angle EOD. That is one way of finding out. Another way is we can use another property, the linear property, which says sum of angles on a straight line equals 180. That means I can add up 90 plus 25 plus this unknown angle, it should be equal to 180. So to find the unknown angle, I can add up 90 plus 25 and subtract it from 180. Now I'm going to work out the third method, which is the easiest. Okay, that is a right angle is equal to 90 degrees. As we all know, I have written 90 degrees here on the left hand side. That's 90 degrees. That means on the right hand too, it is 90 degrees. There are two angles, it should add up to 90 degrees. COE, can you see this whole angle? COE is 90 degrees. This whole part is 90 degrees and there are two angles there. This is 1 and this is 2. Okay, that means angle EOD, which we need to find out, plus angle DOC, which is already given, is equal to angle COE. So angle EOD, we are going to find out. Angle DOC, we already know is 25 degrees, and that should be equal to angle COE, which is 90 degrees. So angle EOD, to find that out, I have to move what is here on the left hand side to the right hand side. So I get 90 degrees minus 25 degrees. So let's subtract that. 90 minus 25. I need to borrow here. 10 minus 5 is 5. 8 minus 2 is 6. So I've got 65 degrees. So angle EOD is 65 degrees. Let's go back to my question. We are asked to find angle EOD, which is 65 degrees. Obtuse angle BOD. Okay, now what are all the angles we have here? We know all these angles. I have 50, 130, 25. We just found out 65 and this is 90 degrees. Now we need to find obtuse angle BOD. Obtuse means more than 90 but less than 180. So BOD is this full angle. This full angle. Okay, I've just marked it there. This is angle, obtuse angle B. B is here, O and D. So this covers that whole thing. Now to find this, what do? Angle BOD equals angle BOC. Can you see that? BOC plus angle COD. You just have to add up these two angles, this, and you will get that. So let us substitute the values. So angle BOD is equal to, how much is BOC? BOC is 130 degrees. I'm just substituting the values. Angle COD is 25 degrees. So angle BOD, let me add up. 5, 5, 1. So I have found angle BOD is 155 degrees. Now we are asked to find reflex angle BOD. Again, it's BOD. Can you see BOD for question 3 and BOD for question 4? But both those angles are different. So the question 3 was obtuse angle. Obtuse angle is more than 90, but it is less than 180. Whereas a reflex angle is more than 180. Okay, so we are going to find on the other side of angle BOD. That is, we found obtuse angle. Now we are going to find the other side. BOD comes all the way here. This is BOD. Let me shape that for you to understand that better. This is reflex angle BOD. Okay, it is greater than 180 but less than 360. So this side, again we have B, we have D, but it's on the other side. So here it's made up of, again, there's one angle here, 2, 3 angles. All these together form reflex angle BOD. So angle BOA, angle EOA and angle EOD together will give you reflex angle BOD. So let's find out that how much is angle BOD is what we're going to find out. Angle BOA is 50 plus angle EOA 90 degrees plus angle EOD 65 degrees. So let's add this up. 50, 90, 65. 5 plus 9 is 14. 14 plus 6 is 20. 205 degrees. So reflex angle BOD is equal to 205 degrees. Can you see? It's more than 180. Whereas obtuse angle is less than 180. Okay, here we are going to find out reflex angle COE. Now, where is that? Now, this is COE, but reflex angle is on the other side. It should be more than 180. So, reflex angle COE, I will start from C and I'll go all the way to E. So, let me shape that for you to understand what the reflex angle is. This is the part. This is the reflex angle COE. So as you can see, it must be definitely more than 180. So this part is made up of all angles. Let's see, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, reflex angle COE is made up of all these angles. So let's add that up. Angle AOE, okay, that's one angle here. I've marked it as 3. Angle AOB, yes, angle BOC. Okay, now reflex angle COE. Let's substitute the values. How much is angle AOE? AOE is 90 degrees. So let me write that down here. 90 plus AOB 50 plus BOC 130. So let's add that up. 90, 50, 130. 9 plus 5 is 14, 15, 16, 17. I carry 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 270. So reflex angle COE is 270 degrees. Question 8. In the given figure, if A is equal to 130, find B. Okay. Now looking at this figure, which property can we make use of? Okay. Now here there's a point and there are two angles which make up a complete circle. That means sum of angles around a point, we can use that property. The sum of angles around a point equals 360 degrees. That means if I add up A and B, I should get 360 degrees. So A plus B is equal to 360. So let me substitute. A is 130. I have to find B, so I'll leave it there, is equal to 360 degrees. Now I'm going to find B. To find B, what do? I move 130 to the other side. Now it is plus 130. I will make it minus 130. So let's minus both. 360 degrees minus 130 degrees. 3, 2. 3 minus 1 is 2. So I have found that angle B is equal to 230 degrees. Okay, this is the first part of the question where they told us if A is 130, then how much will B be equal to? And we found that it will be equal to 230. Now the second question, they're saying if B is equal to 200, okay, same figure, but this time they're asking us to think of B as 200 and we have to find A. Again, we use this property. Sum of angles around a point equals 360. That means A plus B is equal to 360. A we don't know, we're going to leave it as it is. B has been given as 200 degrees and on the other side we have 360 degrees. I'm going to leave A here and on the other side I'm going to leave 360 as it is. I'm going to move plus 200 to the other side. It becomes minus 200. So I'm going to minus these two. 360 degrees minus 200 degrees. So 0, 6 and 1. What do I get? A is equal to 160 degrees. Question 3. For the same figure, if A is equal to 5/3 right angle, that means 5 by 3 of 90. That's why I've written here as 5 by 3 into 90. If A is so much, we have to find B. So first let's work out A and C. So 5 by 3 into 90, this is like a fraction multiplication, isn't it? And we know how to do fractions multiplication. We can cancel a numerator and a denominator. I can cancel 90 and 3, both by 3. 3 ones are 3 and 90, 3 threes are 9 and the 0, 30. So now I've got 30 there. I can find out A. A equals 5 into 30, which is 5 threes are 15, add the 0, 150 degrees. So now we know that A is 150 degrees. Can we find B? Yes, because angle A plus angle B should be equal to 360 degrees because they are angles around a point. Angle A, we're going to substitute it for 150. Angle B is what we're going to find out. On the other side, we have 360 degrees. Now I'm going to find out angle B. So 360 degrees remains as it is. I'm going to move my 150 degrees to the right side and it becomes minus 150 degrees. So let's minus 360 minus 150. 6 minus 5 and 3 minus 1 is 2. So I have found that angle B is equal to 210 degrees. Question 9. In the figure given alongside, ABC is a straight line. So we can see A, B and C as straight lines. And if x is equal to 53, so x is equal to 53 degrees, we have to find y. So remember, there are two angles here, x and y. We can use the property, linear property, which says sum of angles on a straight line equals 180. So x plus y should be equal to 180. How much is x? 53. Y, we're going to find out, and 180 degrees. So y equals 180 degrees. Let's move 53 to the other side. Plus 53 becomes minus 53 degrees. Let's subtract 180 minus 53. Borrow. 10 minus 3 is 7. 7 minus 5 is 2. 127. So y equals 127 degrees. Question 2. If y equals 1 by 2 right angles or 1.5 right angles, find x. So as we know, x and y are there on the straight line ABC. Now y is given as 1.5 of a right angle. X is what we need to find out. Now here to find x, we are going to use the linear property which says sum of angles on a straight line equals 180. That means x plus y should be equal to 180. So we are going to find out x, but first we need to find out y. And it says that y equals 1 by 2 of a right angle. Right angle is 90 degrees. So that's into 90 degrees. So let's do that. 1 by 2, let's convert. 2 ones are 2 plus 1, 3. 3 by 2 into 90 degrees. And we know fractions. We can cancel when there is multiplication. So I can cancel 2 and 90 by using 2 itself. 2 ones are 2 and 2 into 45 will give us 90. Now let's multiply the numerators. 3 into 45. So let's do the multiplication here. 45 into 3. 3 5s are 15. Carry 1. 3 4s are 12 plus 1, 13. So we've got 135 as our numerator and our denominator is 1. So this is equal to 135 degrees. So y equals 135 degrees. Now we can find x by using this statement which says x plus y equals 180. X plus y equals 180 degrees. We are going to find out x. We know y is 135 degrees. We just found out. Both together should be equal to 180. So I'm going to leave x here on the left hand side. On the right hand side, we already have 180. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to move my 135 degrees to the right side. It becomes minus 135 degrees. So let's subtract 180 minus 135. So let's borrow here. This becomes 7 and 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 7 minus 3 is 4. 1 minus 1 is 0. So here we have found that x is equal to 45 degrees. So here I can write it down. X is 45 and we have found that y is 135. To check your answer, you can add up 45 and 135 and they should be equal to 180. So we have answered our question, find x. We have found x to be 45 degrees. This is the answer that we have got. So we stop with that for today. We continue next from questions 10 to 13. Thank you, children.